The free-to-play online RPG Genshin Impact servers went live this week, meaning that Waifu Collector is now available on a number of platforms which include PC, PS4, iOS, and Android. However, you may be wondering if this game is more than just about collecting characters, and if it has more to it. In this video, we'll go into just why this open-world action RPG has a lot to offer fans and new players alike, and why it will be hard to put down once you start playing, and it's not only because you can continue playing your save on mobile when you step away from your PC. Genshin Impact has been making waves since its announcement, as it has promised an open-world experience with Zelda Breath of the Wild combat, but with a characters galore twist. Yes, that's right, you can play your favorite party of waifus and husbandos to your heart's content, and we're going to share our top reasons why this anime-themed game will be your next obsession. To give you a better idea of what Genshin Impact is about, let me give you a quick intro. It follows the story of a brother and sister, twins in fact, that possess some remarkable abilities and can wield Anemo. I think of it as a superpower which can manipulate elements such as fire, water, electricity, frost, and so on. Depending on which character you chose, male or female, your sibling gets sucked into a different dimension, leaving you alone in a world unfamiliar to you. Here is where the adventure begins, meeting your cute and lovable sidekick Paimon, and a host of other playable characters to join your party. Genshin Impact is an online action RPG and free-to-play, so unlocking characters is a mix of story progression and RNG. Genshin provides you firstly with Fire Archer Amber, then Icy Sword Wielder Kaya, and so on. There are more characters to gain, some through weekly events and through the wish system that has in-game currency or real money payment options. Beyond the ones Genshin provides you, which characters you can unlock will be the luck of the draw for the most part, as it relies heavily on a gacha-based system, which frankly is part of the fun as you don't know which character will drop next. One of the big questions for any free-to-play game is monetization model and how reliant it is in terms of progression. I played through 2 different betas, PC and PS4, and played a good 8 hours so far on PC after launch, plus a little on mobile, so I think it's safe to say I've played Genshin Impact quite a bit. But something I haven't seen yet is endgame, so I can only tell you my current experience with characters I've managed to successfully unlock. Genshin Impact has in-game currency, Primogems, which can be earned by adventuring, doing quests, discovering waypoints through the daily login bonus, and doing in-game activities. These can be used to purchase other currencies such as Acquaint Fates that are used to purchase wishes, and can even be purchased with real money. The banner promotions will probably change over time, offering different rewards on a weekly or monthly basis, with different odds to collect rare characters. There are also options to use currency to purchase characters straight up from the shop, if they're on offer that week for those of you who feel that you have bad luck and don't want to chance it on wishes. There are a few different wish types which will have different promotions. Beginner wishes, for example, may grant you a 4-star character or possibly more, but it's all luck. The drop rates are lower for higher rarity characters. This makes the whole gacha system quite addictive, but still with the option to use your in-game currency. There is, though, a really good beginner promotion offering 1,600 Primogems to celebrate the launch, and then there's a further 10 Acquaint Fates once you reach Adventure Rank 10 to celebrate the global pre-registration milestone reward, so you do begin with something without ever investing any money. The world is pretty big with a number of regions to unlock and discover. You're free to roam at your leisure, unlocking waypoints as you go along, with some of the Genshin's areas unlocking through the game's story. I feel this is great for anyone who loves to just explore and discover the little puzzles and mysteries that the game has to offer, and you can spend countless hours just on this one aspect. Each region has a different theme or culture almost, and it makes the world feel very immersive and wonderful to explore, and you can climb really tall structures such as mountains or trees as long as you have the stamina. This makes Genshin feel a bit more like a playground built just for you that has many ways you can interact with it. There are also a number of NPCs that are dotted around the world, and some of them are just interesting to start conversations with. You may also be rewarded for doing so it's worth talking to a few NPCs as it may lead to something to gain. In our Genshin Impact closed beta preview, we talked quite a bit about how the combat works, so if you want to learn more about that, you can check out that video or article. But here we'll focus a bit more on why the combat is so fun, and I think that's down to the elements. While Genshin Impact has some similar combat to Zelda Breath of the Wild, it mixes things up with the elemental factor. There are 7 different elemental types. I encountered most of the elements, but it really depends on the enemies you face and the characters you unlock. These elements interact with each other. For example, you can freeze water to either make a bridge to cross over or even freeze enemies in their tracks. This makes for fun gameplay, choosing characters that are going to work well together or building parties for certain situations. You can create parties of up to 4 characters. Each party can be deployed while not in combat, and you can mix different characters together depending on your playstyle and the elemental mix you feel will work best. You can even overload enemies by crossing elements together, resulting in some major damage from an explosion by using Electro crossed with Pyro. Even though you get a good mix of elements in the beginning of the game because each character has their own abilities, it changes up the gameplay quite a bit. Some characters have AoEs that can take down packs of mobs, while others will be great for targeting the bigger, badder enemies themselves. The flexibility of endless combinations makes collecting more characters pretty addictive, and it's always exciting when you add a new member to the team. Each character has their own set of abilities and weapon that they are versed with, and you can't change their weapon type. For example, use a sword instead of a bow. However, you can forge upgrades and find different weapons with different benefits, so there is a decent amount of customization here. While abilities alone are a good reason to collect more characters, their personalities, animations, and overall cute designs are just more reasons to go full Pokemon and try to collect them all. This will likely end up costing you some real-life currency, but I think it will depend on how fast you want to obtain your favorite waifu or husbando. I was pretty happy just to use in-game currency and rewards from the launch celebration and got pretty lucky when it came to my first roll, gaining a couple of 5-star characters which are higher in rarity. As far as I can tell, these are better than the characters you start off with, offering better stats and abilities. But if you're willing to put in the time and upgrade your starting characters by leveling and acquiring gear, etc., I don't see this being a huge difference, maybe just the time spent or if you favor a different moveset. There are definitely favorite party combinations I've had so far, however, and having characters that have elements which work to overload or even melt can cause some nice damage in the process. I've yet to get to endgame, so this could change, but this is my experience from the past betas and live builds so far. You'll definitely want to experiment with this and see what you like best. Each character is unique from their appearance to abilities to their voiced lines. Genshin Impact has done a great job in providing a number of characters, each standing out on their own, and just adds to the purpose of trying to collect more. If you're someone who prides themselves on having a complete collection of in-game items or characters, you're going to obsess over Genshin Impact. Yes, there is a chance of gaining duplicates, but these are swapped for an in-game item that will let you unlock a passive skill tree called Constellations, adding further boost to your character's main abilities, so this can be a good thing if you're trying to improve a certain character. There are some in-game events you can take part in to unlock specific characters, but they may require a high enough adventure rank to partake in, so it'll be up to you to decide if you want to grind or take a run at some wishes. While Genshin Impact is a single-player game through the main story and quests, you can co-op with friends or random players to do world events and dungeons. The best part is that because the game is cross-platform, you can play with friends even if they're on PS4 or playing on their phone. This makes the game a really fun experience as you can team up to do some co-op combat. Co-op is a bit limited though, as you won't be able to do main questing or exactly progress together, but you can gain some good rewards by doing the world events and dungeons. You'll need to get to adventure rank 16, sort of an account level, before you'll be able to join anyone, but I think you'll enjoy the adventure to get there. Plus, it will give you a chance to learn how to play characters so that you don't look like a noob in front of your friends. Probably one of the biggest draws for this title is the flexibility in which you can play it. Want to play on PC and then later play on your phone? You can do that. I tried both PC and Android with the same account, and it was pretty nice having the option to do that. However, as someone who likes to play on keyboard, I prefer playing on PC. I found I liked doing the story and combat and general adventuring on PC, but later opening the game on mobile to sort out characters, artifacts, leveling, or even party combos was a nice way to spend some time on the couch. While I didn't get a chance to try co-op before recording this on live servers, I did try out some of the activities in beta, and it was pretty fun to experience Genshin with others and take down enemies together. My only wish is that the developers will add more co-op opportunities, as this is something I think a lot of people will enjoy, especially with cross-platform online co-op. Final thoughts. If you've been looking for a fun action RPG with a decent story and solid combat, then Genshin Impact is worth checking out, particularly since it's free to play. It features many options in terms of choice of characters, and you'll have a great time comboing together a number of your favorites to devastating results. Genshin Impact has a colorful, vibrant world to explore, and the sheer size of it will likely blow you away. You'll have a great time taking on the many enemies that Genshin has to offer, with different elemental challenges to figure out and puzzles to solve. If you've never played a gacha game before and never had any plans to, I think Genshin Impact might change your mind. Because, from all appearances, it seems to be a free-to-play game done right, and I've seen almost no complaints in all our hours of streaming about its monetization model. Thank you to Genshin Impact for sponsoring this video. Genshin Impact is available on PC, PS4, Android, and iOS, and you can use our link in the description to download the game for free, and our promo code to get some free in-game loot. Also, be sure to check out our Genshin Impact wiki if you have any question or need help with the game.